pledge will be led by the gentlewoman from Texas, Ms. Johnson.
I'm here this morning just to address education. How do we know? Because the people have told us so. We represent the real. The ideal way to alleviate the shortages is by ensuring that children of all races and both genders receive the basic grounding in science and mathematics that will prepare them to pursue careers as scientists, engineers, and technologists. Is it not time, then, for America to grow morally? For those who fear to answer this question, I will answer it for them. The time is now.
Now more than ever, what happens in Washington impacts us here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Your Congresswoman, Eddie Bernice Johnson, will help you understand what goes on inside the federal government and share perspectives from today's leading policymakers and opinion leaders. And now, your Congresswoman, Eddie Bernice Johnson.
Hello, and welcome to the Capitol Report. My guest today is Meri-K. Appy, the president of the Home Safety Council. And June is Home Safety Month. And Ms. Appy joins us to discuss ways that we can make our homes as safe as possible. Prior to joining the Home Safety Council in 2003, Ms. Appy worked at the National Fire Prevention Association for more than a decade, and she's worked with our Dallas Fire Department as well. She's a graduate of Smith College, and we are so delighted to have her. Welcome to the show.
Congresswoman, it's such a delight to be here. Thank you for having me.
And you brought a number of things here, so I think I'll just let you take it over and tell us about some of them.
Well, I'm delighted to have this opportunity. June is Home Safety Month. It's a perfect time for people to look around their own homes and think a little bit about changes that can be made pretty simply to keep the people we love safe. Let me just put this in some context. Overall in America, there are almost 20,000 deaths and 21 million medical visits every year because of accidents in and around the home. In Dallas area, in Texas, injuries are the leading cause of death to people under the age of 45. And the state pays extraordinary amounts of money trying to help people after the accident. The Home Safety Council is all about preventing those things before they happen. And the good news is there are a lot of things that folks can do in their own home to keep their loved ones safe. So overall, there are 5 leading causes of home injury deaths: falls, poisoning, fires and burns, choking, suffocation, and drowning. And all of these things are going on in the Dallas area, in Texas, in our country, and all of these have things we can all do to be safer. So shall we start with falls? We can just kind of talk about them. Okay, so falls are the #1 cause of injury deaths, and anybody can fall at home and be hurt. But the consequences of a fall are even greater for older loved ones. So if you are older yourself, or there's somebody in your life who's older, one of the best things you can do is sort of look around your home and know where are the risky areas. So the place to start is probably your stairwell, and the simple solutions there: keep clutter off the stairs. You know, a lot of times we trip on things just because, you know, the handbag, the shoes are waiting to be taken upstairs. Keep that area clear. Make sure your stairs are well lit. Lots of times people fall because they just miss the steps. So having good strong lights at the top and the bottom of the stairs is very helpful. And then another thing that most stairwells do not have, and that's handrails on both sides. You know, very often we'll have them on one side but not the other. But let's face it, we could trip going up or going down. You're likely to grab with your dominant hand. It's really important to have a handrail on both sides. So stairs are one area, but another area is the bathroom. And here, the Home Safety Council is a big believer in grab bars. I've brought a little sample. It's kind of a noisy one, so forgive me. This is an example of a grab bar. I'm really excited about what the industry is doing. When I talk about grab bars with folks, almost always they kind of say, you know, oh, I don't want a grab bar in my bathroom. It's going to look like a nursing home. It's going to look institutional. Nowadays, the manufacturers are coming out with grab bars that are sort of designer grab bars. They can match your decor in the bathroom. However, they're a lot sturdier. Unlike your towel rack or your soap dish, that will, if you fall, that'll pull right out. you need to have a grab bar, and this particular model has a different kind of a mounting system called Secure Mount. You don't even have to find the stud in the wall. So it's beautiful, easier to install, strong, and safe. So we think grab bars are for everybody of any age, because let's face it, you're trying to get in and out of a wet, hard surface. Grab bars will really help you there. So that would be falls. This time of year, it being summertime, there's one other thing I'd love to talk, well, actually two. For those of your constituents who have little ones who live in or visit the home, summer is a great time to be outside playing. But one of the things I worry about when I visit homes is the backyard play area isn't safe enough for children. What we're looking for and what we advocate is to give children a soft landing if they fall off the play equipment. And by this we mean 12 inches of a soft substance, wood mulch, pea gravel, rubber mulch. We know children are going to climb and they're going to fall. The thing we're trying to help prevent is any damage to the brain, any head trauma, and having this 12 inches of cushioning that extends 6 feet all around the equipment will really help children, not if they fall, when they fall off the equipment. Most homes that I visit just don't have it. They have dirt or grass under the swings or play equipment, and I worry about that because that's really not safe enough. And the other thing about falls that's worth mentioning in the summertime are window falls. And here, you know, it's so easy to leave the window ajar a bit to get, you know, some air circulating. The problem is that little ones can scoot through even just a couple of inches. So it's important to have either window stops or window guards on the wall to prevent children from falling out of the windows. Just make sure that if you put the guards on the window, they have a quick release mechanism so that in case of a fire you can pop that window open from inside and get out. So those are some ideas about preventing the number one cause of home injuries, which are falls. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Okie doke.
Thank you.
The second area, poisoning. And here there are a couple of things to think about. If, again, if there are little ones who live in or visit, the Home Safety Council really wants people to be getting into the habit of reading labels. Labels, things like here are vitamins that are obviously designed for children, so they're safe for children, but if a child takes too many of them, they can be dangerous. So anytime you buy a cleaning product, a beauty product, cosmetics, mouthwash, toothpaste, you'd be surprised to look at the things we've got in our homes, and on the label is a word in all capital letters called the signal word. That'll tell you if it's potentially dangerous to children. Signal words might be caution, warning, danger, keep out of reach of children. If you see any of those words on the products, know that that's a product that really shouldn't be accessible to little ones. So we hope that people will look around, gather those items up, and put them in a tall cupboard with a safety lock. Because, you know, I don't know, I have two boys. They're older now. They're in their 20s. But I can remember when they were little, they would get into anything. They, you know, just putting it on a high shelf wouldn't have been good enough for them because they knew how to climb up on the counter and get to what they wanted. So anytime you have a dangerous product, you actually want to, or one that could be dangerous, you want to lock that away with a safety lock. So that's one poisoning thing. Another one, and I know you had my friend Alan Korn from Safe Kids on your show in March. He talked a lot about carbon monoxide, which during that time of year in the wintertime, it's particularly of concern. Carbon